Hi, I'm Paul from the Studio Rats. In today's video, we're going to be looking at this, which is the BOSS FS-1-WL. This is an extremely compact wireless Bluetooth controller. So why do we need something like this in our studio? Well, this can be used to control a variety of different applications, either on our computers or on our smartphones wirelessly through Bluetooth. Now, more and more, we're seeing fantastic amp sims available either on your computer or on your phone. Now, the last thing we want to be doing when we're using these amp sims is to be grabbing a mouse or using the touch screen on your phone to change all the parameters inside that application. So what we can do is to use the 3 switches on the front or attach extra switches to the FS-1-WL to control all of those parameters inside our smartphones and our computers. It sounds complicated, but it's not. First of all, let me go through one of the applications that I would use this for, which is controlling an amp sim inside my computer. I'm going to be using SCUF gear for this, as it's what I feel to be the best amp sim that you can get. Before I do anything else, I'm just going to go into the FS-1-WL app and I'm just going to set up the colors on these 3 buttons. As personally, if this is down by my feet, I like to be able to see what each color is controlling. I can change the LED colors on each of these pedals. The first one I'm going to make red, the second one's going to be blue, and the third one we're going to make purple. Now, if I push each of these buttons, we've got the red, we've got the blue, and we've got the purple buttons. So when this is down by my feet, I can see each of these pedals more clearly. Inside of SCUF gear, I've got this MIDI tab. Now, this lets me set up what the different MIDI controllers do inside the application. So on the first parameter, I'm going to choose preset down. On the second parameter, I'm going to choose preset up. And on the third parameter, I'm going to choose tuner enable. Now, what that's going to enable me to do is to go down presets, up presets, and turn the tuner on. It's really easy to set up in SCUF gear. All I've got to do is push the learn button, click on the MIDI controller that I want. As you can see, this is MIDI CC80. Go down to the next controller, choose learn, click on that, that's MIDI CC81. And go down to the tuner enable, push learn, and click on the last button. Now that's MIDI CC82. From there, all I've got to do is to turn these on. By pushing the up and down buttons, I can go up and down the presets. And then to turn the tuner on, I just push the third button. Now, for the purpose of this video, I've got this on my desk so I can use my hands, but it's going to be much easier for me to control this application from my feet, as I don't have to put down my plectrum or stop playing the guitar. I can just control all of the patches and the tuner from my feet. Let's have a look at another use case for this FS-1-WL. What I'm going to do is to plug in a BOSS FS6, which is a dual foot switch here. And I'm also going to plug in an expression pedal. For this case, I'm just going to be using a BOSS EV30. So first of all, I'm going to plug the FS6 into control 1. And I'm also going to plug the expression pedal into the expression pedal input on the FS-1-WL. So everything is still wirelessly connected to my computer. So there's no USB cable or anything coming from the FS-1-WL into my computer. Everything is wireless, apart from these cables here, which are coming from the expression pedal and the dual foot switch. Now, what I want to be able to do is to control my DAW. I'm going to be using Persona Studio One for this. And I want to set up my transport controls. So for instance, I want to play and stop from one of these buttons. I want to have a record from one of these buttons, and maybe a go back to the start. I can also turn on and off effects, and I could also use this expression pedal as my overall volume. So I'm going to go into my control function here, and I'm going to load up the FS-1W. Now you can see here we've got 6 different controllers. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You'll see that on controller 6, I've set that up as a fader. So as I move the expression pedal, you can see the control going up and down. Now I want to set all of these different controller buttons to do different things. So for instance, control 1, which is this one, I'm going to right click here, assign a command, and I'm going to choose toggle start. So now when I push the first button on the FS-1-WL, I can stop and start the transport. Now let's assign the second button. And on this one, I'm going to choose go to start. So now when I push the second button, it'll go back to the start of the song. So I've got play. And the second button to go back to the start of the song. The third button, I want to set up for record. So assign command and choose record. So with this function, I can push play, and then wherever I want to inside the track, I can start recording. And then punch out recording as well. Now I've got 3 more controllers that I can use. For the expression pedal, I'm going to set that to be the volume on the guitar track. So I can right click on the guitar track and choose controller 6 on the FS-1-WL. Now if you look at that fader, as I bring the expression pedal up and down, I can control the level of the guitar. Right, lastly, what I'd like to do is to have these 2 pedals here to switch on and off my effects. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to click on button A, I'm going to right click on the assign button, and I'm going to choose that to control 4. The B button, I'm going to choose to bring in my delays. So now what I can do is to bring in my effects. So here's my clean sound. So I can bring in my reverb. My delay. Or both together. And now I can record a song by getting my level right first of all with the expression pedal, by turning my effects on, I can push play and record. So as you can see, it's an incredibly handy tool to have in the studio. Now, not only can you use this with your computer, you can also use it with your phone. So say you've got an amp sim on your phone, something like ToneX by IK Multimedia. You can take out this pedal, connect it to your phone, and control all of those functions from your phone by using this foot switch. Anyway, I really hope you guys got something out of this. If you did get something out of it, don't forget to like and subscribe. Click on the bell button and you'll be notified of any future video that comes out from the studio. So I'm Paul, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.